A recent UTI graduate walked into the tool truck and wanted a toolbox, and look at what we sold him. Just kidding, you guys. Check out this showstopper of a toolbox that was sent to me by a follower on Facebook. These videos get me so fired up, so let's just jump right into it. He's got 2 lockers, and of course a Mr. Big with an 84-inch Epic on top of that. He's got the 60-inch work center next to that, followed by 2 more lockers. And then he has overhead cabinets running the length of the entire thing in that fantastic extreme green color. Perfection. I also did the dirty work and I have all the list prices, and this is juicy, so listen to this. He told me he has 2 power lockers, so I'm gonna assume the other 2 are non-power, because how much power do we really need here? So the list price for 1 power locker is $6,817. The list price for 1 non-power locker is $5,431. Moving on to the Mr. Big, which is 144 inches in length, and his in particular has a power drawer. So the list price on that one is $30,465. Wow. There's a couple different configurations that you can do when you're adding on top of your Mr. Big, but he went with an 84-inch Epic, and the list price for that is $11,677. Next to that, he's got the 60-inch work center, and the list price for that is $4,212. What's our total now? Now we cannot forget the overhead cabinets that are running the length of the entire toolbox, and there are 3 different sizes that he has. So above all of his lockers, he has a 30-inch overhead cabinet. He also has a 60-inch and an 84-inch cabinet. The list price for the 30-inch cabinet is $2,029. The list price for the 60-inch overhead cabinet is $2,709. And finally, the list price for the 84-inch overhead cabinet is $3,114. Now, are you ready for the cost? Well, the list price for all 13 products is $84,789. So who is this guy? Because that was my first question. Well, I'm not going to give you his name, but he lives out in Idaho in a small town of about 5,000 people, and he started wrenching back in 1989, and now he's a shop owner. He also sent me his old setup, and he was a big fan of Extreme Green, as you can tell, and he had an entire Master Series setup. So he had a Master Series with the work center, a locker, and then he had a triple bank with the flip top. He said he's loved it for a very long time, but it felt like he just never had enough room. And he always wanted that Mr. Big, so he took the leap and got it. And he did want to shout out his dealer, Chance Root out in Idaho. Shout out for hooking him up. I know some of you guys are very observant, and you saw that big porta-cooler that's on top of the toolbox. That must be the biggest one they make. I have no idea. I'm not very familiar with those, but that thing is huge. So thank you so much to the follower that sent that to me. I love doing these kinds of videos. If you want me to highlight your toolbox, send a video my way on Facebook. I'd love to do it.